Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another blind commentary, blind reaction, and review to episodes 297 through 300 of Fairy Tail. That's right, we have done 300 reaction, well, I mean, not reaction, you know what I mean. We've reacted to 300 episodes of Fairy Tail. I don't do individual episode videos, at least not anymore, although some of the Fairy Tales way back in the day were, but I've done 300 reactions to 300 episodes of Fairy Tail. It's absolutely insane. I mean, it's... And it goes to what I'm saying, you know? I know it'll take forever, but I fucking will get through these series, no matter how long it might seem like it takes. Although right now, this will be day 4 of an upload streak, so who knows? Maybe things will be speeding up now in the future, hopefully. We can only hope for the best. But anyways, this one was fun. There was some stuff I didn't like in this set, but I think for the most part, it was quite a bit of fun. So, I have the episodes, I have the individual kind of synopses up just to kind of go over it, but I literally just finished my reaction, so it's all pretty fresh in my head, but there's certain things like the titles that, until the battle is done, or not until the battle is over. It's so annoying when there's like the title, and then Funimation has its own title, and I don't know which one to use because I am watching the dub, so should I use the Funimation title? I probably should. I think that's what I've been doing. I don't know. But anyways, until the battle is done, or not until the battle is over, I mean, that's basically the same title, was episode 297 of Fairy Tail. And, yeah, basically God Serena's being a troll, and it turns out that the 4 emperors of Ishgar aren't as fucked up as it seemed, and they fight, but then in the end, he starts God Serena starts doing all his Godslayer stuff, and he beats all of them, and then Acnologia shows up and one-shots God Serena, and God Serena's dead. That was cool. God Serena was an asshole, and, you know, they showed how much of a beast he was, and the fact that basically his entire point was just to be fed to Acnologia was fantastic. I love the way they did that. And then obviously Jacob and August were watching, and August stopped Jacob from doing anything stupid because he would have gotten himself killed. So yeah, that was really great. I love that. Let's see. I'm actually going to try to go episode to episode. Yeah, and they do the thing with Loxus and, oh, I guess that was Wall. Okay, I didn't actually know his name, though that was Wall. I thought Wall was a different one. But no, oh yeah, never mind, I remember. Yeah, because Wall, but it was a fake Wall. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's why I got confused on that. But no, that was Wall. So Loxus fought Wall, that was pretty sick, and, they did some of their battling, and they did the thing where, and they showed the scene where Loxus is still fucked up from Tempester with the shit that happened, and Gray and Loxus talked about it. That happened, and yeah, we had Demaria versus Carla and Wendy and Shelia, which is cool, and that's pretty much everything. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's basically episode 297. We go into 298, which is called During Hush Times, or In a Silent Time. So this is where Ultir shows up. So basically, Demaria does the shit with Wendy and Carla and Shelia, and does the thing where she freezes time. And in the end, they get bailed out by Ultir, who we learn kind of can, like, exist within the dominion of time after what she did in the Grand Magic Games, which, like, it was an ass pull, but I've seen a lot worse ass pulls. Like, it was a fine ass pull. Like, it didn't really bother me like something else that would bother me more later in the fight. But it was cool. And then Demaria went full God mode, like literally God mode, and she did her takeover God soul, which is takeover magic that basically allowed her, or the god, whatever, but it did a takeover with a god, and she became Krona, the god of time, which was sick as Jesus. And there's a moment where Carla sees Wendy's death in a vision. She's do this like laser beam from her finger, sees it going right through Wendy and killing her. But Carla, because of her vision, was able to prevent it, but in the process, she died instead. And then, like, 10 seconds later, Ultir was like, she's not dead, and explains that she, like, froze her in time, basically, and, like, all this bullshit about how you'll be able to heal her and save her, but then the only chance you have to beat Demaria is to use your third origin, which I can give you, but you'll never use magic again. Wendy decides to do it, but in the end, it's actually Shelia who does it, and Shelia, because she's a god slayer, is able to defeat the god with her, like, full potential and stuff. I thought her full potential was a little weird. I mean, yeah, she defeated a god, but I thought it would be more, like, absurd. Just in terms of, like, her power, like, it just would look more absurd, and, like, kind of like how Natsu's does, or certain other characters. It didn't, but, I mean, she did the job, so, you know, it is what it is. That's kind of like Shelley's final moment in the series as a combatant, because she doesn't have magic anymore, because that was the price to pay. Obviously, Wendy was able to heal Carla, so they're fine. Makes sense. They had to keep Wendy around because she's one of the Slayers, and again, all the Slayers are probably going to fight Acnologia at the end. But it's really interesting because I didn't like how they basically had Carla die. They set it up perfectly. They pulled the trigger, and then immediately they're like, oh, no, she's fine. You can save her. That was fucking bullshit. And they almost saved it with the whole third origin thing and how there was still a sacrifice, but then it was only Shelia, and it's like, Shelia is a minor-ish character. She's definitely a side character. Like, she's cool, I like her, but it just was classic fairy tale crap. And, like, especially at the end of the series, like, are you kidding me with that? And it's like it was Carla. Like, it was a character you could kill off. It does huge things for Wendy as a character, and it doesn't, like, you don't lose one of your main people. Like, you don't lose Gray or Natsu or Lucy or Urza or Wendy or Juvia or Gajiel, or, like, you... Like, I feel like that was a character that, again, you just don't do that scene if you're not going to actually kill it. I wasn't a fan of that. And yeah, and they did the Loxus thing, where Loxus just was a complete beast and used the red lightning, and they said it's lightning that goes beyond lightning, which was the other stupid thing that happened. That was really fucking weird. But other than that, the actual fights were cool, so I was into them. And that's about it for 298. It was pretty much just the Loxus stuff and the Maria versus Shelia fight, but also with, like, Carla dying and Shelia third origin and Old Tyr and all that shit. So 299, wow, literally called Natsu Revived. That's fucking memes. But anyways, this is where we had the shit with Jacob versus Lucy and Natsu, who woke up, and they did the whole thing. And there were the memes about Lucy being naked and all kinds of fun stuff. And then at the end, Mavis was like, oh shit, I actually know how to fucking... what's it called? I know how to... Not kill. I know how to... Oh shit, what am I trying to say? I know how to defeat Zareth. She had it click to her because she realized, I guess she has a connection with the Fairy Heart, and she realized that the Fairy Heart was cracking when Jacob was fucking her up. And so she comes to the conclusion that if you destroy her astral form, that she'd be released from her Fairy Heart, like, prison, I guess, and she'd return. And then the last episode, the Historia of the Dead, or Historia of Corpses, really cool episode here. We have, okay, what's his name? What's her name? Or, sorry, what's his name? I'm trying to look for his name. What the fuck? Nineheart, yes, Nineheart. Nineheart pulls this bullshit where he basically brings back Simon to fuck with them, and he shows off his Historia of Corpses ability, which I assume is called the Historia of the Dead in the sub. And basically what it lets him do is it lets him fucking basically look through the hearts and the emotions of other people and bring out their fallen foes to make them fight them and stuff. It's really cool, kind of like a resurrection, reanimation thing, but definitely not illusions, but it's really cool. And the other thing that happened was Mavis took Kana down to the fairy heart and basically told her, you're going to use fairy glitter on me, as in her astral form, and fuck her up and kill her, and then that's going to free her from the resurrection lacrima, and then she's going to be alive. Like, that's her theory. And so that's what she wants Kana to do. And Kana was like, what? Are you sure? And like, that's pretty much what happened there. And then August is coming. Get it? Because like winter is coming, and then that's Potato. And then the other thing was in the fight where like Urza's fighting against like Kyoka and Azuma and the other girl with the sword and like very Eastern, like a very Asian like style and stuff. I can't remember her name. I feel like her name was tough too. She's doing that, and then Ikaruga, that's her name. And then fucking what's it called? Fucking Jalal and Kagura, who she was with, get fucked up, and they both end up down the bottom of the water, and then Kagura at the last second decides to try and save Jalal, and the episode actually ends with her doing CPR, which includes the mouth-to-mouth, which is hilarious, because I don't think Urza would be happy about that, but, you know, gotta save lives, she understands. But it'd be really funny if that came up. The other thing that happened was, the fucking army was coming to where, Gajiel's group was ready to fight, but then they literally just had Blue Pegasus and Sabretooth's bodies on giant crosses, like all knocked out and tied up and just parading how they fucked them up, which was really cool and badass and fucked up, and I really liked that. But it was a lot of enjoyable stuff. Like I said, there were a couple things that really annoyed me. There's been a little BS in how they've beaten certain people, but I think for the most part they've done a good job with it all, and you know, I've accepted it for the most part. But like I said, there's been a few moments that have been kind of like, what the fuck? And yeah, you know, Lucy had a really clever moment in the fight against Jacob too, where, you know, she mentioned the brandish thing, and then she used Gemini, and it was really sick. There was a lot of like cool stuff like that. So I enjoyed the reaction. I enjoyed the episodes. You know, I don't really expect Fairy Tail to be perfect. I'd prefer if they didn't piss me off, which they did at one point, but really enjoyed the episodes for the most part, and I'm excited to see where things go from here now that we're in the 300s. About half of the Spriggans are fucked, which is really interesting. I mean, obviously they still have Zareth and pretty much some of their strongest Spriggans left. It's going to be interesting to see the battle against all the fucking different people who fucking died and shit. I'm looking forward to that. But, yeah, we'll see what happens with the rest of them. So it's going to be interesting. And like I said, we still have a lot of episodes left. So there's a lot of time for this arc to continue to percolate. And hopefully it goes well. But anyways, that's about all I have to say. So, yeah. Links down below in the description. BitChute and Mega links to the full reaction if you guys want to check that out. Of course you are. You probably didn't watch this. Very few people probably actually watch this, especially this far. But because you really shouldn't, although maybe, you know. I'm hoping I can eventually get these videos monetized. So, like right now I can't because I have a copyright strike, but when that expires, I would love to get these videos monetized. So if you guys want to watch them, or even just mute them and keep them in one tab while you watch the reaction in the other, that would be great. Even though it doesn't matter to me now, it might in a bit. So if you could just like get in the habit of doing it now, that'd be great. I appreciate it. Even though it doesn't mean shit to me right now. But like I said, it might in the future. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. So until next time, I guess it's time to bid you adieu. Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day, and I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.